Yo, what's going on? So, we're here with Tiny as an RMS map you can pick any number of players for. So, I'm going to start in commerce just because, unlike AOE, there's sort of not really a point to starting in Age 1. Just sort of slows it down. And I'll go British because I think they are going to be a pretty good civ for this. Just to sort of show you guys, because I don't want to get stomped by the bot in my first game. So, this is Tiny. Probably smart to go for that. We'll get some production, one of each. Just to be a good guy, Greg, and play properly. A couple more houses. Be a good idea to add a pretty early tower. I don't really need to actually add that at all. Might as well get this, because... And you do start with 2 shipments. Yeah, for grand and musket damage. It's probably a pretty good way to open here. Actually, cancel that because I want to pump some shit out. Because you got the resources to pump shit out, being Tiny. You really want to keep everything individually building. Oh, get into the fucking building! I really should have got these guys going quicker. The bot's already rushing me. This is amazing. This is even better than expected because this is how Tiny should be, man. Here we go. We'll get. Shit. We need to really get these guys out of here. Oh yeah. The other bot's gonna cop it. Sucker. We'll replace those lost villages because it's always good to have the best building potential you can in Tiny. You really want to be able to make an impact. So I actually do have tournament experience in this game mode in another game. In fact, I'm the guy that runs the tournaments for AOE for this. And I thought I'd add it for this game because I think it's quite possibly the coolest RTS format. Like, it's just so aggressive, man. You know? And like, you know how MOBAs have that shitty auto battler game mode spin-off? Well, this is sort of like an auto battler for RTS, except it doesn't completely gut all aspects of the micro and the game itself when you play it. So really, it's sort of like, you know, I don't know. Hate to toot my own horn here, but you know, it should be like the fucking equivalent to like limited overs cricket or some shit like that for RTS games, if you think about it. And that's not even like a fucking as egotistical about it as I could be. But yeah, I fucking love Tiny, and this is a bit of an intro to it. And so now that I've gone, I might as well get culverins, go Age 4, get the mortars, finish the game off. And the bot's pretty much fucked here. I'm surprised he's actually got a second town center out. That's a good effort. Solid effort. We'll lose everything. So yeah, from here it pretty much snowballs in my favour. But, I mean, against players, obviously it's probably not going to be so easy earlier. They'll use a bit more brains, won't bother throwing down eco buildings they don't actually need. You've got the resources that you're never really going to have to worry about running out until about 30 or 40 minutes in the game. And can you imagine how hard it must be to play a 40-minute Tiny game? To my knowledge, the longest AOE Tiny game is about 10.5 minutes long, and I'm pretty sure I played in it. You didn't see me misclick that villager. Oh, yes you did, because I just fucking pressed the button again. Anyway, this is Tiny. We'll boot up, do another game in a sec. I think I've got this one pretty much under wraps, because now once you get the mortars out, it's pretty much over. He is 100% fucked. You can snipe the wagon, because I'm running right past his double town centers and his units, but he's not a player, so he's not going to be that smart. And yeah, this is Tiny. I have tweaked this so that you will also get, I think it's 10k, or it might even be 100k, influence and export. Actually, no, it should be 100k. And yeah, you start with 1k experience, 100k all resources. This does actually work for Asian dynasties as well. So if you're stuck playing that because you don't actually own Definitive Edition, doesn't fucking matter, man. It works just the same. The only thing that's different is how you install it, which I have actually covered in the installer. Which if you're getting the game from, well, I mean, if you're downloading the map from anywhere, I've linked it, you'll have that. I have actually put the mod up separately for it. For people that are installing on the DE and that are just sort of semi-lazy and they're going to download the map, throw the map in and go, oh wait, why can't I build anywhere? So I have actually got that on the AOE3 DE mods list, but yeah, you need to get the map as well, for anyone wondering, because there is both the map and the mod. The mod really only is what lets you build within enemy first town center proximity, whereas the map handles everything else, like your resources, the map itself, obviously, and any potential balance changes I look at bringing in the future once I actually figured out how this is imbalanced. I actually do have the capability to either mod it through the mod or through the map, any balance requirements, you know. Say we want to slow down forts and towers and anti-infantry siege, because I can pretty much predict that they are going to dominate the meta, just from my knowledge of how it works in AOEO, even though it's a different game. There's a lot of towering and a lot of teching to late game siege, even on a small map. Don't ask me how it works, but we manage it. But yeah, guys, that's a bit of a rundown of Tiny for AOE3, and I'm going to do a team game now on another Civ.